Have a seat, Mr. Oggie. No. Where the winner will be hard to determine.
It's a conundrum.
Furthermore, all 3 lenses are more expensive than the Helios.
It's a conundrum.
Not to mention, it will be another very long detailed vintage review.
It's a
Stop saying conundrum, you goblin-faced sewage troll. You probably overheard it at the unemployment office. You don't even know what the word means.
Sure I know.
Oh really? How about you enlighten us what it means?
It's if you have a piece of corn stuck in your condom.
Oggie, you're the stupidest man I've ever met. Your IQ is so low, it could be dangling between the legs of a geriatric. The only reason why you have a head is to prevent random people to shit down your neck. You see, traditionally, photography and film gave mediocre-looking men behind the camera the opportunity to hang around beautiful young women without getting a restraining order. You just threw a massive wrench in that institution. Not just are you one of the only few male models on YouTube, but you're the first model to aesthetically rank lower than a survivor of a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the face. What do you have to say about that?
That sounds accurate. My kindergarten teachers had to feed me with a slingshot.
And they had the nerve not to aim between the eyes. So awkward, it looks like a complete duck walk. And the crooked teeth match the beady gnome eyes that never seen a lady naked in real life. This is the reason, Oggie, why even dogs can't stand you. And they got bred to like unlikable losers who can't make it in a dating scene. So even though dogs have a low bar, you somehow managed to slip right below it. Anyways, that concludes today's staff meeting. It cost 2,000 Canadian including tax, if bought at supervillain's Jeff Bezos' Amazon. You hear that, Oggie? Don't drop it, you gargoyle-looking oaf of a man.
Don't worry, I will take care of it as well as my most prized possession, which is my trouser turnip.
That means nothing. It's easy to protect a limb that's technically an innie. Wait a minute. What's that stuff on your face?
It's my beard. The ladies will like it, since now I have a chin.
For close-ups, I do prefer a 12mm. And who doesn't like small items look larger than reality? Am I right, fellas?
Oh, I totally agree.
Shut up, Oggie. This is a wide-angle lens, not a microscope. It looks like the fuzz that goes out of a milk carton after you leave it out for too long. Oggie, you found a way to look even more repulsive. Don't go out in public, or we will never get rid of those mask policies.
I completely disagree. I think I look rugged, like a famous film star.
Yes, you remind me of the German porn actor named Dieter Meatbeater. And that hair was not even on his face. That's what he looked like below the belt when the first lockdown happened and we ran out of razor blades. Oggie, do you know what's a pain in the ass?
Once you said I'm a pain in the asshole.
No, I said your face looks like an asshole. That's a completely different observation. For the new people around here, this is our male model Oggie. Some legends say he's a hideous forest goblin with 3 elbows and a 1-inch penis. Some other legends have it he's a heinous bridge gnome with no belly button and a 1-inch penis. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Well, yes, it's half an inch.
So let's start the testing.
I don't really like tests. It reminds me of school. Kids spread a rumor once that I ate poo.
And that made you sad.
The point is, they never knew me. It was just a lucky guess. They would have said it, even if I didn't do it.
So your shit-eating grin is a literal description.
Well, technically. Don't you poo-eat shame me.
I shall poo-eat shame you, since you're a loser.
That's a good point. So, you found out? Yes, I know everything. How could you? She was my wife for 15 years. Why? Why would you do that? She was 3 weeks pregnant. And it's the mailman's kid. Then why are you angry at me more than a mailman? Admittingly, I didn't think this through. So, how do you know it's not your kid? Well, my unit only shoots blanks. I know that pregnant jokes are funny because of the cankles, but jokes about the obese are predictable.
Oggie has a point. I mean, he signs his name with crayons, but he does have a point. I mean, pregnant jokes are quite edgy, But fat jokes are low-hanging fruit.
Fat jokes are low-hanging fruit, but it's a fruit that's quite sweet. And fat.
You're fired.
I had a good one.
Yeah. I come from humble beginnings.
What the fuck is that noise? Can people masturbate in peace around here? Fuck! Oh man, now it's all soft again. Ah, son of a bitch!
I mean, I do understand that life has no point and that dreams are for asswipes. They taught us that in German kindergarten. But quoting yourself in a movie is self-indulgent.
Oggie has a point. Granted, prostitutes still tell him not on the first date. But he does have a point. Quoting yourself is very pretentious.
It's not pretentious because I'm doing a humanitarian service to promote artistic genius.
Once again, you're fired.
I have no regrets.
Oggie, today is a special episode. A Zeiss Lenses Gladiator Theme Edition.
Shouldn't I wear a toga then?
I'm not buying a toga at Supervillains Bezos' website so he can go to space again to build his moon laser. All just so you can look like a university member at a fraternity for virgins named Phi Beta Male.
I'm not a virgin.
What does a boob feel like?
Like melons?
Is that a question?
No?
Oggie, this is the reason why you're shunned by other virgins. Your cautionary tale for what happens when nerds are not smart enough to pay for a rental girlfriend. Here's a pic of Oggie trying to kick a bag. Here's one of him missing the bag. And here Oggie just popped his knee. And here he landed very awkwardly on a hard surface. While he was screaming in agony, my keen senses realized I could take some cinematic footage to showcase this lens.
It hurts. Get help. I heard something snap like a twig.
Put more emotion into it, Oggie. You're not selling it.
And I think I just peed myself.
Yes, I know. You are supposed to wait for the pee when I do the macro shot. Once again, you're disappointing everyone with your incompetence.
I've fallen down and I can't get up for my puddle of pee.
And that's why women don't like you, Oggie. They like a winner. That and your type of face is usually only seen on a factory recalled garden gnome. Interestingly, from this angle, it looks like you're giving birth to a pineapple.
I'm sure the viewers are happy to see my charm and charisma again into the living rooms.
Shut up, Oggie. Your face by itself could be an entire Halloween episode. The shameless gall to think that your sight isn't sodomizing people's eyeballs shows why you failed a chromosome test. Quite exciting. As exciting as poking a hole in the ground and skittles flowing out. There was a metaphor, Oggie. You lopsided-headed base Shrek. You could have hit the lenses.
No worries. I have a good aim. I never sprinkled on a toilet seat.
Well, that's because your knob can reach the bowl with its size. It looks like a zit that got popped, releasing Mountain Dew mist into the atmosphere. The fruit flies around you must have post-traumatic stress. Also, either lens will sodomize your bank account. Sodomize it right in the overdraft. Now, to all the people who pretended they guessed each one correct, Oggie, show them what they won.
They won diddly squat.
That's correct. Diddly squat. The square root of jack shit. Not the shit that Oggie eats, but the shit that doesn't exist, like the contents of Oggie's front pants. Tests as sharp as shallow paper cuts on fingertips holding a thank you note for Katana's short pitches.
Katana rhymes with banana.
Shut up, Oggie, you cocktail shrimp-looking novelty gnome. Unbelievable. Is this your attempt at Valentine's Day poetry? If I hear a belt unbuckled, I will throw this camera at a lopsided object crazy scientists call your head.
Well, I did have a poem prepared this morning, but a pimp kept on yelling at me for wasting the woman's time.
As he should. Oggie, any damage that occurs here will be taken from your paycheck.
You don't pay me anything.
And I would feel like a fool if I would. If this would be the original Colosseum, they would have advertised you to the masses as the human version of period cramps, looking like Caligula's fluffer. And unlike burly gladiators back in the day, you would have to crawl up a chicken's butt in order to get laid. This reminds me of John Wick. If John Wick would look like Quasimodo with his hump deflated.
Would you like me to do a dance?
No, I don't. The only time I would want to see you dance is in front of a moving bus. Compromise. Which is what nature did with you, Oggie, when it grabbed at the bottom of the parts bin. But the Takuma is a great lens.
Oh, I totally agree.
That was a rhetorical statement. No one is interested in your feedback, Oggie. Oh well, let's show the world your endorsement. Thumbs up. Yes, that's right. Thumb a bit higher. And now shove it up your pee hole. You can buy a used copy of the Distagon 28mm f2 for $600 to $700 Canadian dollars on eBay. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Shut up, Oggie, you beady-eyed looking imp. No one wants to know the opinion of a man who has the charm and charisma of a botched knee surgery. And this is serious business. Alright, Oggie, so what have you learned today?
That on Valentine's Day, even if the world doesn't care about you, you still have value.
That's exactly the opposite of what value means, you idiot. What we did learn today is that even the crisp image of an Otis can get ruined by the view of a man who looks like a Keebler elf who sniffed too much glue. A man who has the lower body of a Smurf who had a vasectomy with a baseball bat.
That could describe anyone.
I'm only describing you.
I don't like the cold.
Why is that?
It makes my trouser turnip shrink the size of a raisin.
I won't stand here and let you blame the cold, you liar. If you would be in the desert right now, everyone would be thinking your pants caught leprosy.
You can't blame a guy for trying.
I will blame you for a lot of things, including the stench of failure in this backyard.
So, I gave her my present. Then she slapped it right out of my hands and told me to fuck off and freeze to death.
Well, the holiday season makes people very emotional, especially when they're social workers.
Yes, that's the nicest she has ever been to me.
Alright, Oggie, it's the season. So I got you something. Your present is right over there. It's a pair of underpants I found frozen at a bus stop. You can probably imagine why the gentleman chose to throw them out. I want you to take a good look at it, Oggie, since it's an existential metaphor of what your place is in society. In short, you're the pimple on humanity's armpit. But wait, there's more. I have another gift for you, but in order to receive it, you have to smell the frozen underpants for a clue, to guess what it is. No, you have to take a bigger whiff. No, much bigger. Do you want the present or not? That's the way to do it. So, can you guess what you got?
No, I can't.
Hepatitis B.
You're hideous, Mr. Oggie. Your face, I want to hit. Below the belt you have a raisin, and your brain is filled with shit, Mr. Oggie. You burger bunny-dick bastard who looks like Rumpelstiltskin after botched plastic surgery.